Good morning, class. My name is Cody Knopf. Happy week 4, everyone. This will be my portion of the project for this week. So again, this week we're talking about the invasive species of lionfish and how they should be removed from the Gulf of Mexico. So for this week, the professor suggested that I separate it into federal, state, and local. So that's kind of how I did it. I did NOAA Fisheries, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and the Coast Guard are kind of be our federal regulations here. We're talking the surrounding resources of the lionfish, and then the Corps of Engineers is going to handle the placement of the artificial reefs, and then the Coast Guard is obviously there for safety in case somebody gets hurt or lost out to sea. Florida Fish and Wildlife are going to do the permitting and the licensing of all of the regulation outside divers that want to come in, fishing licenses, diving licenses, all the things like that. Florida State University is going to be our academia on site. The Underwater Crime Scene Investigation Department is going to handle the annual inspections, and then they're going to handle the lionfish counts and the ecological studies within the area. Bay County officials and Bay County reef programs are going to complete the designs of the artificial reefs. The Corps of Engineers may be doing the placement, but the Bay County Artificial Reef Program and FSU are going to handle the design of them. The charter boats and dive shots are going to help transport all outside divers, and then obviously once all of the lionfish are cold and distributed, we want to use all parts of the body. We don't want to just waste. So the seafood market and restaurant distributors are going to handle the rest of that. And then beyond that, we need travel agents and social media experts to kind of handle the putting the word out there and letting everyone know that we're doing this program, and bring in everyone that we can to kind of help. Vision statement is as reads: to regain control over Florida's coastal ecosystems, Bay County will remove the invasive lionfish using artificial reefs designed to attract and centralize their populations. This will encourage and protect the ecosystem for future growth. So one overarching goal is kind of to encourage the regrowth of natural coral reefs and repopulation of reef fish with artificial reefs through the removal of invasive species. Goal 1 is going to be to create a plan and create some type of word file or something along those lines to track everything. So we're going to track the lionfish per 100 square foot area, the density of the fish per 100 square foot area, not the lionfish, but the density of the reef fish, and then the percentage of coral versus the dead coral, and then we're going to create a side scan sonar and hydrographic surveying done by FSU's Underwater Crime Scene Department, so that we have a before and an after picture. We are going to, main kind of goal here is to remove 90% of the lionfish within a 5-year span based on those created data tables from goal 1. So the idea is that either we remove 90% or we remove enough to have a sustainable limit of the rest of the reef fish and the coral that it can regrow. If 80% is enough to facilitate the regrowth of the area, then 80% is enough, but 90% is the final goal. Next goal is to protect and encourage. So the idea is if we remove enough lionfish, then we are protecting the surrounding areas from the lionfish and those invasive species, and we can kind of have a re-implementation of prey fish and reef fish, and will allow them to reintegrate into the area and repopulate on their own naturally. The last goal 4 is kind of advanced academia, right? So we're going to have Florida State University within, and then we're going to allow the students at FSU to conduct all of these studies and everything on the lionfish, and we're going to allow them to create their own academic research institutes within the area. If possible, we would also like to get the local schools and stuff, high schools involved as well.